We did an eating contest in a very, very famous, lovely restaurant in Louisville. And it was for the Kids Cancer Alliance, which is their Instagram social media. And again, that's the Kids Cancer Alliance. Or you could go to kidscanceralliance.org. It's for kids with pediatric cancer. So anything you can do to help out, that's what we're supposed to do. So we're supposed to give our our celebrity to an eating contest. So I'm bringing my stomach to the table. And Al tells me we're going to eat steak. So when I tell you I ate nothing all day, I had like 3 protein shakes, and I think I had some Qdoba with Nova because it rhymes. And then I went and did back to the hotel room, and Al picks me up. Now, there were some people in this contest when I tell you it was the real deal. There was myself, Jax Dane, who will be on my House of Hardcore show June 1st, former NWA champion, former NWA tag team champion. He's a big, big dude, great guy. A guy who finished second last year, and he won a national title with the University of Louisville basketball player. There was a strength coach for the football team. There was a guy who used to play baseball for Louisville. Now he's a coach. And Mr. Louisville, who I thought was going to win. And we all had to go. When they told me steak, I was like, cool, I could eat some steak. I have eaten the Big Texan in Amarillo. I did not do it in the time period you're supposed to. And that was at Terry Funk's WrestleFest. And I also did it while Stu Hart was trying to shoot on me at a table while Brett and Bruce Hart were instigating him. And I was like, please leave me alone, sir. I just want to eat this steak. But I did it in an hour, 10 minutes. You didn't got to do it in the hour. And I ate the potato, the thing. I just want to see if I could do it. Total sidebar, the old record used to be from a pro wrestler named Grizzly Smith. No, Grizzly somebody. Maybe Grizzly Smith. No, Grizzly Smith was the guy who... Klondike Bill. Grizzly Smith is Jake the Snake's father. Klondike Bill held the record at the Big Texan, and he ate 2 70-ounce steaks, 2 side salads, 2 baked potatoes, and a shrimp cocktail in something like 12 minutes, which I don't know how that man did that. So I'm trying to tell this to the OVW people, and I'm telling this to the people at this competition, like, no way. And then I go and look it up, and now the world record holder is a 124-pound woman who ate 3 72-ounce steaks, 3 side salads, 3 baked potatoes, and 3 shrimp cocktail, all within under an hour. I think she did it like in 20-plus minutes. It's disgusting to watch, but yet I couldn't turn away. You can look it up on the YouTube. So, got to go eat this meat. And again, steak. We're in this awesome steakhouse. I felt bad for the regular people that went to take their husband or wife or significant other to go out to eat, because then all these wrestlers came in. We had girls in short tops because they made a big deal of it. And so we have to eat 96 ounces of prime rib. Now, if you've never had prime rib before, it's kind of acquired taste. I got it medium, and it's the steak you usually go if you have it at a wedding, or it's a good piece, but man, 96 ounces of it, that's a whole lot of meat. That's 6 pounds of meat, and we had to eat it in an hour. So, and when I tell you there was people who were taking this very, very serious. Al Snow did it last year, and the guy who finished second was the basketball player. He was taking it serious, and the strength coach was taking it so serious. The Mr. Louisville, he was intense, man. He really was. And then they said go, so I'm taking my time again. It's for charity. I was warned by some of my loved ones. They're like, Tommy, we know you're a little crazy. We know you like to. I'm very competitive. Don't kill yourself doing this, because they just know how I would, and then I'd be probably dying of the meat sweats and all that stuff. Total sidebar again. I get distracted, but I got to get recapped. This little kid comes up to me, and he was like, his father says, hey, man, my son's a big fan. I was like, oh, you want to take a picture? He's like, yeah. He's like, I watched all your stuff in ECW. He's probably about 12 years old. And I was just like, yo, dude, you weren't even live when I was wrestling. He's like, no, I watched it on the network. And plus, I watch you on Impractical Jokers. I'm your biggest fan. And his father's telling me. And then he starts telling me stuff. Cool, we take a picture. Boom. So now, anyway, that was before the competition started. So now we're eating. And when I tell you, after 10 minutes, I'm already like, oh, the consistency of this. I don't like prime rib. It's bothering me. A prime rib, the outside part kind of gets dry. Then it has a layer of fat. And then sometimes it has the fat where you can see the veins. And it doesn't look good. If I want to see fatty veins, I'll just look at Bubba's legs and calves. And then it has like the pink, it goes to brown to pink meat. The consistency is what was really bothering me. And I'm just doing it. We had iceberg lettuce, a baked potato, and I'm mixing and some vegetables and some ajoulé sauce, which actually was pretty good. So I'm going, and then Al's like, 25 minutes gone, 35 remain. And when I tell you, I was just done. They say you hit the wall. I wasn't hitting a wall. I hit a different type of wall. I was just disgusted of eating the same meat, as well as that dry. It was like every other piece was just like different type of gross. And nothing about the restaurant. I've been eating the same steak for 25 minutes. And there would be one piece that would be super dry. Then I'd get to the pink part on another piece, and I was cutting them small. That's a key to doing it. And it was like chewing meat gum. It was not good. And then I would get a fatty piece, or a piece that was mixed with mixed with fat, and it literally would taste like I opened my mouth and someone was like, and spit right in my mouth. It was disgusting. And I don't like eating my own goobers, let alone somebody else's. And it was pretty gross. So I then just said, and I streamed some of this on my House of Hardcore on Twitch, and I just streamed the whole thing. Again, I'm trying to raise money for cancer here. I don't know how they raised money, but they did. People bet on it, and I was like, you know what? I'm not winning any money. My mark has been set of how much we're going to do it. And I stopped. I stopped at the 25-minute mark. I messed around. I ate my baked potato. And then they're like, all right, forks down. You're done. So we're all just sitting there. And when I tell you I didn't, at the 25-minute mark, I stopped. So, reason why I keep saying this, now they weigh all the steak, what's remaining. And then they go to everybody's things. And the other guys, the strength coach and the basketball player, when I tell you they were doing it, they were cutting promos on each other. They had fans. They were cheering for them. They were FaceTiming the head coach of Louisville. So they now make the announcements, and they're like, in third place, eating 5 pounds, 4 ounces, Tommy Dreamer. And I was like, what? And I couldn't believe that in 25 minutes, I ate 5 pounds of prime rib that I didn't even like. 5 pounds, 4 ounces. That's a pound every 5 minutes. That's horrible. It's disgusting. So the guy who finished second place last year finished second place again this year, and he was pissed, the basketball player. And the guy who won was a strength coach. He was not feeling good. He was a little green. No, he's a little yellow. The other guy, the big basketball player, he was selling. And then the guy, Mr. Louisville, I thought Mr. Louisville, he was going to win it all because he consumed 2 steaks. It's equivalent to like 6 steaks. He ate those 2 steaks. He inhaled it, but then he hit the other wall, which I can't consume any more food. So this was the night of the draft. So I'm watching the draft, and we're sitting there. I want to see who the Giants are picking. The Giants make their pick, and then all of a sudden my stomach's like, oh, not because of the Giants pick, just because I just consumed 5 pounds of meat. So I go into the bathroom. There's a man. It's all alone. I love it. It's a big bathroom. There's only 1 toilet and 2 stalls. Close the door. And then I hear the door open and I've already started doing my business, and it was not good. And first of all, when you're in the bathroom, it's your most vulnerable time. A guy walks in, and first he's like, oh. So I know I'm blowing this bad boy up. And I'm doing the flushing, coughing combo to hide my masking shame of like, while I'm just literally crapping my brains out. So he leaves, and then Like, and you also try to hold it back in so you don't have to worry about other people mocking you, smelling you, whatever. If some of us have our poop phobias. So he goes out, and when I tell you he leaves, I just let it all hang out. I took my shirt off. I was just in there. I'm on my phone looking at my fantasy baseball. I was in there for a good, 8 minutes. I was sweating, all good. I put on my shirt. I walk out. I open up the bathroom, and who is standing there? That 12-year-old kid who got my autograph. He must have walked in as the other guy was walking out, and he had to go use the bathroom. And I looked at him, and unlike the Mean Joe Green commercial, or unlike the Bret Hart commercial for, if you remember back in the day when the kid was like, Bret, they stole that from the Mean Gene commercial where Mean Joe Green threw his Steelers jersey. I think it was either a Coke or a Pepsi commercial. And he threw his jersey at the kid, and WWE did that with Bret Hart glasses. The kid looks at me, and he was standing there. He had to be there for at least 8 minutes. And he looked at me, and I was like, sorry, kid. And I just washed my hands and walked out. So that was so that kid, was going to go back to school and be like, yo, Tommy Dreamer stunk up the bathroom.